Hey, what's going on guys? Kova here and welcome back to another daily gossip video. If you're new around here, as always, make sure you do subscribe to get these videos every single day, and obviously you get a little notification so you don't have to look for me or look for obviously the new video. It just comes straight there. So we're going to kick this off anyway, and we're starting with like a confirmed deal. Obviously this is Bravo. He was the Manchester City. He was the Barcelona keeper even, and he has gone to Manchester City. That is a done deal. I think the fee was about 16 million in the end, but that has been confirmed on the Manchester City Twitter. Next up is Senderos. Now, obviously, the last English club or the last club you'd recognise is Aston Villa. That's why I put it on the badge. But he is close to a move to Rangers in obviously the Scottish Premiership now, which I think would be a half decent signing for Rangers. You know, you could still do a job at centre back for them. Next up is Romagnoli. Now, obviously, this is the AC Milan centre back. We put this in yesterday, the day before, I believe. And, you know, it was about, like, Chelsea going for him, basically. I think it was the day before. And, yeah, so Chelsea were going for him. They put a 30 million bid in. That got rejected. They've made an improved £35 million offer. Now, there's been no, like, sign of it being rejected yet. However, AC Milan have came out and said, you know, he's not for sale. So that kind of, like, hints that he's not going to be getting sold, and they're going to probably reject this offer as well. But it's an interesting one. They really do want to get Romagnoli. Next up is Sacco. Obviously, he's been told he can leave on loan from Liverpool, and Stoke seem to be keen on the centre-back. You know, it seems to be like they want a new centre-back because obviously they got rumoured to be going for Phil Jones, and now it seems to be Mohamedou Sacco, taking him on loan from Liverpool, which would be a great signing for Stoke. Next up is Bentaleb. He has confirmed a move to Schalke on loan. I think they do have the option for a permanent deal on the Tottenham midfielder. Next up is Ibora. It's a strange one. Sunderland have agreed a 7 million fee with Sevilla for the centre defensive mid. He has a really strong card on FIFA, and Sunderland have pulled one out the bag for me there. I think he'll be a great sign if they can get that completed for 7 million as well, when all other clubs are paying crazy money. It's something that they really do need. They need a solid centre mid. Unlike Rodwell's not going to get injured, unlike Mvila, who has like the odd game where he's brilliant and he kind of misses out a bit, they do need that solid centre defensive mid, especially. Somebody's going to sit back and protect that back four, and obviously that would improve Sunderland a hell of a lot. Props to them if they can get that done. Next up is Zaha. He is requested to leave Crystal Palace, is what I am reading. He had I think it was a chat with Alan Pardew, and I think the club's board, and he's informed Palace that he wants to leave. I'm guessing it was resulting from that chat that they had. Obviously, you know, Palace have already sold one player. You know, they sold Balassi for a crazy amount of money. I don't think they're going to get the same money for Zaha, so that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. I'm not sure what club he'd actually go to. Obviously, you got to kind of look at clubs that play wingers, so maybe a Bournemouth possibly, but they've already spent a hell of a lot, so we need to keep an eye on this one. Next up is a big one for me. Now, this is going to be on the title. Southampton are going to go for Boufal from Lille. He's been dubbed the next Eden Hazard, obviously because he plays for Lille. They were both wingers. They're both really tricky players. And yeah, he's been dubbed that. And Southampton are set to break their transfer record with a £20 million bid. Now, this is annoying me because I want like Liverpool to go for him. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I really want us to go for him. We could do with his width. Mane on one side, Boufal on the other would be insane, but it looks like Southampton are actually going to be the club that go for him. Now, the strange one with Boufal is, from what I'm hearing, he has a really bad temperament. He needs to be kind of like the main man, so maybe that wouldn't suit a bigger club, and he could possibly be the main man at Southampton instead. Next up is Lucas Pérez. Now, Arsenal fans, this one's going to absolutely infuriate you. Obviously, Arsenal have actually gone in for Lucas Pérez, from what I'm reading, and apparently Deportivo, which is his current club, they've rejected Arsenal's £20 million bid, as it was in 2 instalments rather than just a upfront fee. Arsenal have not spent that much money recently. Why on earth do they need to pay 2 instalments for a 20 million fee? They could easily pay that straight out. Arsene Wenger says they have money, so why the hell are they offering 2 instalments of a 20 million fee? Is unbelievable. So that's why it got rejected. I would be so pissed off. Next up is Balotell. Here's 2 clubs going after him, 2 lower clubs, FC Sion and Nice are probably both in talks. Now, if I was Balotelli, I'd try and follow Ben Arthur's route and go play for Nice and hopefully get, you know, back to best form, because that's what Ben Arthur did. You know, he was down and out, went to Hull on loan, failed, then signed, you know, as a free agent for Nice and kicked on his career and is now signed for PSG. So it could be a smart one for Balotelli to go to Nice. Next up is Slimani. Apparently Arsenal have joined the race for him, but nothing seems to be getting done with the Sporting Lisbon players, i.e. Carvalho and Slimani and anyone else, João Maria as well. You know, there's none of them are getting done. So it's an interesting one to see what happens with all three of them. I don't know whether they're just going to wait until clubs get desperate and then Sporting Lisbon will go, right, all three are for sale. Next up is Mbemba. This shows how desperate Arsenal are getting, that they may go for Mbemba from Newcastle. A good player last season for Newcastle, probably one of the better players, but I still don't think he's that good. So, you know, it'd be a good signing for any other Premier League club, I think. You know, any club that isn't in that top 6, 7, however many teams you want to call it, bracket. Anyone out of that, and I think it would be a really good signing. But for Arsenal, I'm not too sure. Next up is Loic Remy. What a signing this would be for West Ham. They've opened talks with Chelsea for the French international. And finally, we end on that Cillessen deal that has been confirmed. Got confirmed by Barca as well, around about the same time that Manchester City confirmed Bravo. So maybe that was part of like the negotiation that they had to confirm at the same time. So that's what the squad would look like if they all come true. That Boufal is what is really getting me going. I really want like Liverpool to go for him, but it looks like Southampton may go for a 20 million move. And obviously that Lucas Pérez move will be so annoying for Arsenal fans. But if you did enjoy, as always, let's try and hit 10 likes in this video. And I shall see you tomorrow for more transfer gossip.